Do birds suddenly appear every time you are near? Just like me, they long to be close to you. Welcome, 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 welcome. We're the authors of the book. You can't put them up right back there. We're authors of the book, Make Love, Make Money, Make It Last, 10 Secrets to Shape a Great Marriage. And I'm the author of the brand new book, Rich is Good, Wealthy is Better. You can get a chapter to read about what this book is about at richisgoodwealthyisbetter.com. Okay, let's get into today's show because I know everybody wants to talk about this topic. What do you do when your spouse, your partner, your significant other wants to have an open open marriage and you don't? What do you do now? Woo! Well, why don't we first start as what is an open marriage? Let's discuss that first. But we can't make the assumption everybody knows what an open marriage is. So why don't you give us that information, my dear?
When an open marriage is when a married couple agrees that one of both partners can have a sexual relationship or a romantic relationship with other people under certain rules and guidelines. How about that?
Amen. I'm saying amen to Donald Glover, who said, great book, good book, good book. Thank you.
So an open marriage can fall into several categories. It can be simply for sex outside of your marriage, or it can be for romance outside of your marriage. That's kind of
for sex or romance. Hold up. It can be for sex.
It can be just for sex. Okay, I just need to go get laid. Because I want to try something different.
You want a little different. You want a variety of spice of life, some people say. Maybe that's it.
Or it can be romantic. Isn't that interesting? That's the definition. Romantic is the relationship. I need the warmth, the caring, the intimacy of somebody else. Isn't that crazy? Well, no. That's the definition.
Okay, that's the definition. Okay. All right. Okay. So y'all got that? Okay.
So for some people, an open marriage is sex only. No dating, no close feeling, no talking to them midnight on the phone, whispering stuff. It's just to get laid.
Okay, and there is a term for people who do that. It's called swingers. They swinging.
You know, I think.
Okay, before you start giving opinions, and we have, because somebody, folks, you can always ask us a question by sending us an email at info@williejolly.com if you want us to address some issue. So that's how we're coming to this issue. One of the partners don't want to be open married, the other one does, and there's a problem.
An open marriage is not considered cheating.
No, there's not, because it's a mutual upfront situation.
Agreed upon. So in this case, the spouse is saying, I'd like to have an open marriage. Let's talk about it. Or maybe it's, I want to have an open marriage. I don't know if they talked about it, it would make a difference. But anyway.
So what are people saying about this? People are joining in, talking about this. I
think it's becoming more of an issue now.
What an important topic. Okay, so people are talking about this because this is a topic that has come to our attention. And again, y'all can send us an email at info@williejolly.com if you have an issue that you want us to discuss and bring to the public. Now,
so here's interesting. What if it is a surprise? You come.
Oh, what do you mean it's a surprise? How can it be a surprise? Okay.
The one partner is spouse, open marriage. One spouse is saying, let's have a conversation. I think I want to have an open marriage, and it's a shock.
Oh, a shock to the other person.
Right.
Okay. Mhm.
Topic has not come up before. What do you do?
If you, for those who don't know, in my life, I have a lot of media. So we do this on Monday, but every morning I'm on Get Up Mornings with Erica Campbell in 49 markets with Wake Up and Win with Dr. Willie Jolley. We got the same program in short and daily messages, short form messages on Instagram and IG, Facebook, YouTube. Okay. But then I'm on Sirius XM where I am on my 20th season. And this week coming up, my guest is Jane Kennedy, the historic broadcaster, Jane Kennedy. She has a new book called Plain Jane. She was married to a gentleman, her first marriage, where the man said, I'm going to be your manager. He was a manager. And he had her on the road a lot.
Mm-hmm.
He had her working. And he said, I'm going to go do some prep work in the next city.
Mm-hmm.
And he took a woman with him to be on his team. The woman was his former girlfriend. And after a few months of doing that, he came to her one day and said, my former girlfriend needs a place to live. I want to move her into our house.
Wow.
Okay. And then when she was in the house, spare bedroom or whatever, he said, well, my former girlfriend and I want to see about having an open marriage. So I like having both of y'all.
I need to listen to that podcast.
Well, no, that's part of the book. The book is called Plain Jane.
Oh.
It's her memoir.
And is he alive to tell us? I just say, is he still here?
Donna.
Is he in the land of the living?
So
it becomes complicated.
It becomes complicated. So let's talk about.
And she went and Jane, a lovely lady. She went
lovely.
along?
No, she did not. She did not. They divorced.
Wait, but she moved the girl.
No, that didn't work. She said, "I'm not feeling that." She was willing to have the girl in the basement for a while, as a transitionary kind of thing. But she wasn't willing to let it go on. And then he said, well, I really like having both of you. So that.
Wow. So how do you deal with venereal diseases?
Well, I guess you don't. I mean, unless somebody. No. First of all, it's not anybody outside of this group.
How do you know that?
But that's where you have the opportunity to have it. It's called SDIs. Sexual transmitted infections.
STSD.
ST. Woo! Good evening, everybody who's joining in. Donald said this ain't Bible. That ain't gonna work for him. Donald Glover, I was thinking.
But not calling any names we know of.
Yeah. We know of some people who have these
Bible toting.
Yeah.
Let's not go there. Let's go back.
Right. So let's talk about because people want to know and our take on this and what we would recommend.
So if your spouse comes to you, and I'm assuming that this is a surprise. This is a surprise. I'd like to have an open relationship. That's what they say.
Yes.
Okay. So what do you do?
What do you do?
So this is the first time you're here.
And this was not in your frame of reference or was not part of your.
So the spouse comes in one day and says this.
Yes. What do you do?
I would think a lot of things, but none of it I would do because it would probably cause me. I know that.
You don't look good. You don't look good in orange jumpsuits.
I would not wear a striped uniform well. No.
So let me tell y'all. Hold on. I gotta get there. Let me give them some context about our relationship. When we got married, Dee said, "Your running around ain't gonna work for me." Didn't you? And you said, "Now, I don't do orange jumpsuits well, but you would be very sorry."
Sleep with one eye open.
You better sleep with one eye open if you even think.
And see, I would not want to permanently.
That's the word. When she said,
because
I don't want to.
He's the rainmaker. I got to keep him functioning and alive. But he could be injured. But not so that he would not function. Now you know that I can't go
She
there.
talked about super glue. That's all I remember that conversation.
That was the Lorena Bobbitt period.
Yeah, but you said, no, super glue. You can't keep it to yourself. I'm gonna make it keep it to yourself.
But on a serious note,
all right.
What I would say is, I wouldn't say anything at first because I'd be shocked.
Okay.
And whatever would come out of my mouth, I'd probably be sorry for it later.
Okay.
So then that means I would have to very carefully strategize what I would say.
But let's say it was
shocking.
But let's say it was flipped. It was you who came to me.
I said, okay.
And said that. What would I say? Well, I've told her over the years. For those who've ever heard me speak, I will talk about my wife at the beginning of my speeches. And I'll say, I got the hots for my wife. And I told her one day, I said, if you leave me, I'm coming with you.
Might as well stay.
And I said, if you leave me for another man, I'm going to be in the bed with y'all. I'm going to be in between the two of y'all. Say, good night, good night. I'm going to be right there between the two of you because I ain't going nowhere. Now, that's, of course, humorous. But if I wondered.
I can't even imagine.
I can't even imagine. But if it did, if she came to me and said that, I think the first thing I'd say is why.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say why. Am I not satisfying your needs?
That's good. You want to know why.
Yeah, I want to know why.
But if someone comes, your spouse comes and says that, my first response would be to say nothing because of everything that's going on in my head.
Now, Doreen Vale just joined in, the real Doreen Vale, one of the greatest singers on the planet. I mean, I was on tour with her, and she and her husband, Seth, I finally remembered his name is Seth, but we called him Reggie for 20 years. And we went to her home recently.
Beautiful home.
And she said they thought his real name is Seth.
How did that happen?
I don't know how that, but they've been married almost 50 years? 40 years?
Ask her.
How long y'all been married, Doreen? Greg and Linda have been married for 50 years. Mm-hmm. Greg and Linda, what's your take on this open marriage concept? We got other folks who are joining in.
I think the why is good.
The why. So that'd be the first thing.
After I got over the shock of what? Why?
And if you came to me, I would say why. That would be the first question. Second question is, what
we already defined what open marriage is.
Right.
What is it? What does it mean?
It's not cheating, and because you both
if you both agree.
Right. Greg Kazera said, I don't understand it. Okay. I just don't understand it. But is
it a result of boredom? Is it that you need some new positions? Is it what?
It makes me think of a joke I heard that years ago. You want me to sing? You want me to do what? You want me to do what? So the wife might say, and the husband saying, I'm not being satisfied. I'm
does
not.
that mean sexually?
Yeah, sexually.
Or does that mean
it could be
because we know
emotionally.
there's a difference.
Yeah, it could be
between
emotionally. It could be emotionally. But that emotional satisfaction, emotional stimulation.
I need someone to make me feel valued. You don't make me feel attractive, so I need to step away. And
But when I think of open marriage, I don't think of anything other than sexual. Now I know you've got the research that says it is, but I just don't think of it. Greg Kazera said, "I married my best friend. Why would I want anyone else as part of our relationship?" Powerful. Okay, that's a powerful statement, and I think that is, I married my best friend.
So that goes back to one of the key things in our book.
In our book, I had a conversation first tonight. My daughter called. She had a gentleman she was on, she was having a conversation with. She didn't say a debate, but and she said, "We're sitting here."
Did you tell her to join it?
I told her, tune in. And I said to them, she said, "What's the secret to your relationship? I've never seen y'all argue. Y'all been married for 40 years. When you're together, you hold hands." We were holding hands yesterday. Lady at church said to us, "Wow, y'all hold hands." Yeah, I said, "Yeah." And so, but she said, "What's the secret? Is it that you love each other so much?" I said, "Love is an emotion. Marriage is a decision. And therefore, you decide to stay married. You decide to stay faithful. You decide. Second, but more importantly,
the key is
friends first.
Friends first. To do that.
Friends first. Friends first, though.
Yes.
Friends first. And Greg just said, "She's my best friend. Why would I want to have anyone else as part of a relationship?" Brother Donald, GLVOER, I said I do to one person. Okay, so we got perspectives in it.
Sometimes people say, "Well, my things change."
People change.
Now
that's true.
So that means that
I got a friend who went through the divorce recently.
You're not growing.
I tried to talk to the husband, and he wouldn't talk to me. Oh. He wouldn't talk to me because I said, maybe there's some way I can talk to him about. But he never. Did
they go to counseling?
No.
Because sometimes
she said that he was not the same man she married. Oh, they had grown not only apart, but they had grown differently. Okay, so maybe that's something that.
But you don't know unless you ask, though.
You have conversation. Why?
So they still want to be together. Spouse wants to be married, but wants to have a piece on the side, and wants.
Maybe both of them want it. Okay, open marriage is not cheating. It is both people have made a decision. Also there's the threesome thing.
I think that's nasty.
Well, but people they have a mindset.
Okay.
They bring a third person into the bedroom. Okay.
For another hole. You brought it up.
Oh. We were on a television show last week. One thing about her, she doesn't have a filter.
I do so.
No, you don't. You ain't got no filter. And we're on this national television show, and
he asked me.
And he asked you about.
We were talking about microwaves versus crock pots.
Right.
We did not use that terminology, but that's what we were talking
about men and women differences. Okay. And my wife goes into a conversation about the sturdiness of men's parts to have.
Men need sex and respect.
Yes.
That is what I said.
Yes.
And then I had to add on.
No filter. You remember when Johnny Carson used to have the fruitcake lady? Her name was Fruit Lady, and she was in her. I think she was in the 80s, but she had no filter. She just shoots from the hip.
I think it's important for people to be honest and tell it like it is, because some people appear to be stupid, like they don't get it. So they need to have it straight, not fabrication and terminology that nobody understands. And a lot of us don't read. And when I say a lot of us don't read, we get snippets. It's kind of like surface, like seeds sprinkled, and you don't really have a clear understanding of what is going on. So we don't know the questions to ask.
So maybe the questions are first, why? A second, you have to define really what open means to the person.
Right.
And then you have to ask where your values are. Yeah. I think that's very important. Where your values are.
Well, as Christians, we already know that for us, that would work
us,
anyway.
Okay, but everybody doesn't think like I think, believe like I believe, and I love them all. Okay, one thing my faith teaches me is love God, love people. It doesn't say that they got to think like I, dream like I, vote like I, love like I. So I got to love them. Now I don't have to agree with any of the lifestyles, but I got to love them, and I try and do that. Now that said,
understand why they think the way
why they think that.
I really think that's important, and I am working on that of raising. Why are you thinking not just with this particular situation, but developing more patience?
I had a friend who was a swinger. I knew he was a swinger. And that
Did he go get his STD shot regularly?
I didn't know. I didn't. ST. Anyway, he was a swinger, and but I loved him. He's my friend.
So is he still alive?
No, he had a heart attack.
Swinging.
I don't. It might have been because he was on a trip away. He had gone on a trip, and he didn't come back. He came back in a body bag. Hate to say that sounds so terrible, but that's the truth. The truth.
Came back in a body bag and alone.
Yeah.
So a swinger, he did everywhere. And I think you reach a point where you want someone who, for better or for worse.
I just thought about it. He came back in a body bag. So to the person. Let's get back to this. Let's get back to the person who sent
what are your values?
I think you have to ask why. Have open conversation about it. And if you're still uncomfortable with the conversation, maybe you have a therapist or a counselor. You need some counseling.
And remember, if both don't go, doesn't mean you should not go and talk.
You mean go to the counselor?
Yes.
If both of you is not willing, person you want. Only one of you is willing to go. That's what she said.
Because you need to have someone that you can talk this out with, what you're feeling.
Right.
Where'd that come from?
Right.
Where did I fall short? That there might have been a need for it, because then the spouse might want to open marriage, but might not be able to articulate exactly why this is that important to them.
Okay, Gladys, are you on? What's your take on this? I'm sure Gladys Pemberton is watching. She's always back there. What's your take on this? You've heard people. Y'all been married. They've been married 48 years. And you've heard people who've maybe brought this to your attention. Let me say before we go, if I forget, next week we're going to change our format. Starting next week, we're going to do the first Monday of the month live, and then the rest of the month we will be having replays of we got so much content, and we got so many people who are new, who never got access to all of the great content we've done over the years. We've been doing this since before the pandemic. And so we realized that some people have not caught up. So we're going to start doing one first Monday live, and then the rest of the month we'll do replays. And then we're going
a longer, I can't even talk, a longer format.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at guests.
Let's see. Gladys says, hey, well, it's nothing that we have ever thought about. Amen. And why though, Gladys? Why? And there's a reason for that, because y'all are best friends, because you have, we've never thought about it. We have never had that conversation. Even today, when we got this information, or when we brought it up to say we're going to talk about this, and remember, you can send your letters. I said, have you ever? She said, no. I said, I've never. I never. Let me tell you how bad I am. Most men, when they dream, have dreams and fantasy dreams about women in their nighttime dreams. They think of Holly Berry.
It's in their wet dreams.
What? I didn't say wet dreams, dear. I just said dreams. You know. Anyway, they think of Holly Berry or Sophia Loren or whoever. When I dream of having sexual relations at night, I'm always dreaming with her. You're always in the dream. It's always you. It's always you. It's always you in my dreams. So I wouldn't have no desire for anybody else. But I do know this is something that this lady, I didn't say what sex, this person wanted to have a conversation about. So I'd ask why. I'd look at values and let's say we just satisfy each other. Exactly. We just dig each other. And we are, thank you, Gladys. I wanted to know, because 48 years, and Greg is, I think these are 50 years, who said he married his best friend. Why would he want anybody else?
Enjoy
each other. And that's what I said to this person.
Because
anyway,
I think you
let me finish what I was saying about next Monday will be live. Then the next Mondays after that will be recorded. And then once a quarter or so, we're going to do a bigger event where you would be able to, it's more of a seminar where you're going to be able to actually be in the room. We're going to have a new technology where it's a webinar where you can chime in, have conversation. It'll be a different format. So if you're interested in that, Cheryl asked us to send us your name and email for the big event that we're going to be having, hopefully once a quarter. And then we'll send you the details. Send it to info@williejolly.com. We're working out the details. It's going to be more of a seminar experience, and it's going to be a different format where it's pictures or people who want to be on screen and all that. Let's see. I like the idea once a month live with the caveat that you can leave open sometime for breaking news or a special event. Aha! You're absolutely right. Thank you for that. Thank you. That's a good idea. Thank you. So our time is up. For the person who wanted to know about this, I hope we were able to help you. This is not something from our experience, but we would say why, ask why. Talk about your values, and then if y'all can't come to agreement, get counseling.
I think you might need counseling anyway.
Just
to talk it out.
And maybe there's some issue that hasn't been expressed, and because of that, there's this. You
need a third party to help.
Yes.
You open up.
There you go. Mm-hmm. Hope that helped. Mm-hmm. Everybody go to jolleymarriage.com. Watch our TED Talk, please. We want to get our numbers up on our TED Talk. So watch that TED Talk, how to never ever argue again in marriage, and share with everybody you know and tell them to watch it. We need those numbers up. And then everybody remember, if you haven't gotten Make Love, Make Money, Make It Last, get copies at jolleymarriage.com. We'll sign them before we send them. And then my new book.
Or you can just get the digital one.
Or you get the digital. Somebody got the digital workbook. Mm-hmm. And if you're overseas, it's really great to get the digital. And then my new book. Everybody needs to get this new book. Rich is Good, Wealthy is Better. 20 years on XM, interviewing billionaire after billionaire after billionaire. Most of them started with nothing. And the lessons I learned on how they built their wealth. You want to get this book. Okay? Thank y'all. We go to Rich is Good, wealthyisbetter.com. Get a signed copy sent to you. Rich is Good, wealthyisbetter.com. All right. Thank y'all. Have a great evening. And may God bless you and heaven smile upon you. We'll see you.
March is coming.
That's
and no
right.
snow.
No, we've had enough. All right. See y'all later.
Why do birds suddenly appear every time you are near? Just like me, they long to be close to you.